You know, it seems like a lifetime ago that Alyssa Mercante put out that hit list that frankly named Your Boy, Hypnotic, Will of the Fans, several others, and of course had a thinly veiled lawsuit threat attached to it. I'd actually almost forgotten about it until she decided to go after public enemy numero uno and has officially threatened smashjt with a cease and desist. Welcome back to Words of Paradise. I'm your host, Leon Idol, and yes, we're gonna go ahead and go over Smash's video where Alyssa has sent him legal paperwork to stop exercising his free speech. So we're going to go ahead and get into this before we do hit that subscribe button. I'm a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day. And, yeah, this is kind of big news because it shows how far she's willing to stoop. But, you know what? Don't take my word for it. Let's just check it out, shall we?
A part of me thought innocently that we were past all this. I thought that maybe time had gone by and people had thought better of it and we'd move on with our lives. But apparently that's not the case. And Alyssa Mercante has now sent an official cease and desist from her lawyer about how I need to apologize for things I've said to her because they...
All right, Smash. We're going to have to... You know, look me in the eye right now, Smash. Look me in the eye. We got to have a talk. You picked out this shirt intentionally just to be a dick. And while I respect that, fuck you, that's really funny.
They're defamatory in nature, which is interesting because everything I've said has been in response and using what she said to form my opinion and explain why I feel that way about her. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smashjt. And this letter that was sent to me by her lawyer, Lane Haygood, who apparently doesn't even work at the council that he said he did when he sent this letter, which is another...
Okay, so again, I assume Smash will get into it, but you know, for the sake of not just aping all of his content and you know, pausing and whatnot, yes, Alyssa Mercante's lawyer, if you go to his X account, says he formerly works at the law firm that is supposedly representing Alyssa Mercante. Bit of a strange thing to put in your Twitter bio if it's not true, so...
Other situation altogether from Cameron, Anya, Soniker, and Klein with his law firm that I looked into where he was basically participating with them but not really under them, and he didn't even have his own law firm, but whatever. I talked about that in a previous video because this guy struck me as everything that an ambulance chaser lawyer would be, that would take literally any case that anyone brought to him as long as he thought, hey, maybe I can make a buck or two off of this, so sure, I'll throw a letter out there. What could hurt? We'll send some scares to him, we'll make him admit in the guilt that he is not guilty of, and then maybe we can use that against him to push even further and try to get more. And something Alyssa clearly hasn't learned yet is her words and things she says and does can be and will be used against her in a court of law. And she really doesn't want to go down this road. Smashjt. I've had a couple weeks.
So, when it comes to the Alyssa Mercante situation, let's be real. We have all made our fair manner of jokes and uncouth statements, and it's been petty internet bullshit for the sake of content. That's really what it is. The gamergate bros versus the kotaku folks with a chip on their shoulder. And have we said some bad things? Absolutely. Have we said anything that would be considered defamatory? No, not at all. We've taught shit. There's nothing illegal with talking shit. There's nothing really even civil suit-wise when it comes to talking shit. As someone who's actually been in a few lawsuits, one of them that I probably could have taken down the road of defamation but decided not to, this is, I can already tell you, an absolute nothing burger. The idea, you know, Smash called this an ambulance chaser case. That is 100% what it is, and this is one of those instances where it's going to cost Alyssa Mercante far more than it's going to cost Smashjt because, let's be real, Smash makes a pretty penny on YouTube. Alyssa's always on X complaining about how much she doesn't make at Kotaku, so I'm truly baffled as to what she thinks she has to gain from this.
Weeks to process this letter, and I wasn't going to even give her the time of day or attention for it. But you know what? I thought better of that because I felt like I needed to address this situation and put it to rest once and for all. I'm not going to be bullied by her. I'm not going to be pushed around. I'm not going to let her try to use me as an exhibit to push her agenda and get people to think that what she's doing is the right thing. Because at the end of the day, all she is a cry bully. And this letter that was sent to me by her lawyer is so embarrassingly pathetic that I just couldn't help but laugh as I read through it. Here's the actual 5-page letter. 5-page letter they sent me. Let's go through it.
5 pages sounds like Stephen... You know how Stephen King can spend like 5 pages describing a shoe? That's the way it sounds like Alyssa Mercante's lawyer did here. It's just Stephen Kingified how much of a dickhead SmashJt is, and while Smash might be a dickhead worthy of 5 pages of legal jargon, that's still not illegal or even grounds for a lawsuit for defamation when it comes to free fucking speech.
It as fast as I can, and I'll make a follow-up video explaining more in detail, but I wanted to just make this overview video to give you all the information and let you have an idea of what I'm dealing with on my end right now. Regarding your defamation and harassment of our client, Alyssa Mercante. Jeff, we write to you today as counsel for Alyssa Mercante. You have made unlawfully harassing and or defamatory statements about Alyssa. No, I haven't. And you can't state that as fact when you haven't proven it in a court of law, but whatever. I can't...
Okay, well, to be fair, they can state it as fact, being the accusers. Now, it's up to the court of law to, decide whether it is or isn't fact, but they can state it as such. That just doesn't necessarily make it true.
Can't stop at every sentence here, because at the end of the day, this would be a 6-hour-long video. I'm going to go through it as best I can. We are writing to request that you voluntarily retract them and publish an apology, the language of which...
What is this fucking 3rd grade? I need you to go up on the board and write, I apologize, Alyssa Mercante, 50 times. Go fuck yourselves, you stupid piece of shit.
We will suggest to you before we pursue other legal avenues against you, which right there is a threat that they plan on taking more action against me if I don't remove statements and apologize to her because I hurt her feelings for...
No, it's not. You're completely wrong, Smash. This isn't a threat whatsoever. This is a bluff. If they were going to take additional legal action, they would do it already. Because here's the dealio. They're asking you to take it down and apologize to see how compliant you are, to try and strong-arm you. Because if you actually listened, then sure, by all means, maybe there is grounds. That would be like you admitting guilt, basically. But since you've done nothing wrong, they can't... If they're going to come after you for more, they would do it already. What, do you think Alyssa Mercante would really be satisfied with an apology, with you taking some videos down? No. She's broke as a joke. She says so on X all the time. She wants some of that blingage, bud. So it's not a threat. It is absolutely a bluff.
Using what she said against her. On or around March 30th, 2024, you tweeted horrification. What's that? Like what Alyssa Mercante does, sucking dicks in her off time for money? You then repeated that claim on April 1st, tweeting, how do I put this in a way you'd grasp? The Amico was about as much fun as sucking 20 dicks in a row, but instead of being paid for it, I paid $10,000 to do it, in response to one of Alyssa's tweets. Notice how they don't say what Alyssa said, because then that would implicate her as egging me on trying to get a response, because her initial tweet on me there was making fun of my investment, so I figured, okay, that opened the doorway for me to make fun of her. But again, with Alyssa, that only goes one way. You then published...
No, I'm pretty sure Alyssa goes both ways, just if I had to take a guess. But no, this actually is kind of amazing, because how much of an absolute loser, how much of a petty, just slimy, filth-ridden bantha fodder do you have to be to sue somebody over shit talk on the internet? A lawsuit that's not going to go anywhere, by the way, because... Well, Alyssa hasn't lost any income. Like, let's be real. For defamation to even work, there has to be an actual loss. Well, what has Alyssa lost? She's still gainfully employed at Kotaku. She still has that minuscule following on X. Last I checked, SmashJt and Hypnotic and myself and all of us talking ridiculous shit hasn't cost her any opportunities. So there's not even any defamation here because there's no personality to defame. There's nothing that's been lost. So she really is just trying to say, give me money because you said mean words about me on X. It's so pathetic.
Published a video on YouTube on April 4th, 2024, in which you stated, Alyssa Mercante has since come forward stating that she used to be a sex worker sucking dicks for money before working at Kotaku. You repeated this statement on YouTube on May 1st, 2024 and May 3rd.
But she did say that. In fact, I remember her saying that. Like, you can't sue somebody over repeating okay, you can. This is America. You can get litigious about anything. But she did say that. This is how Alyssa has no case. Because Smash is correct. He's got the receipts. I've seen them, by the way. This isn't just me reacting. We have talked about this. Smash has his receipts. This is amazing. This is truly like this might be one of the dumbest lawsuits I've ever seen, and I've seen. I'm not gonna get into why, but I've seen some pretty ridiculous lawsuits.
3rd on 2024, as well as on your website. Jeff, those statements are factually false. Are they? Because she said things herself.
Even if they are factually false, he's just repeating what she has stated.
That alluded to sucking dicks for money, which is where I got it from. How much research did you do before you wrote this letter, Mr. Lane Haywood lawyer? Jeff, those statements are factually false, and you knew they were false before you made them. No, I didn't, actually. Because of what she said, I assumed she was telling the truth. But again, if I stop every time, it's going to be free.
There was your first problem, though, Smash. Like, not to defend Alyssa Mercante, but why would you ever assume this bitch is telling the truth?
Alyssa has never come forward stating that she has engaged in the conduct you claim. There is a gulf between solo nude modeling and engaging in sexual acts for money.
Solo nude modeling? Homie, the bitch openly said multiple times, which is on screen, by the way, that she has engaged in sex work. That's very different. If a college, if a university wanted to hire your boy Leon to say, come into our art class, take your clothes off, and show us your gorgeous nude body so that our painters can paint you, I would say, absolutely. Make sure you make my dick better than it is. I got some issues. But no, that wouldn't be sex work. This is like, what the fuck are you on about?
A gulf you were aware of when you made these statements. What? No. What? How? First off, how could you even know what I'm aware of and what I'm not? That's quite the gulf that you're making. You did not couch them in terms of possibility, but a definite fact within your knowledge.
Look, this is getting ridiculous. I'm not gonna. This is a 25-minute video. We're 12 minutes in already on this one. I'm not gonna ape all of Smash's material, but the point is, Alyssa Mercante is now taking legal action in which she's going to fail spectacularly. So if you want to watch this whole thing, go to Smash's channel. Obviously, it's great. It's amazing. And there's going to be a complete and utter takedown of Alyssa. This actually goes to court. Now, I personally do not think it will. I think that since this is a cease and desist is effectively... It's a Karen. That's what it is. It's saying, you better stop it now, or else... Ooh. Like that's what it boils down to. And, Smash is under no obligation to stop because he hasn't actually done anything wrong. Again, like I said earlier, Alyssa has lost nothing. There's been really no harm to her career, what little career she had to begin with, might I add. So, yeah, and even if there was, he's just making statements based on what she has already said, much like the rest of us were. So, yeah, all in all, I'm no lawyer, I'm no expert, but I have been involved in several lawsuits, and look, this one seems pretty slam dunk if you ask me, and really this is hilarious because even going so far as to try to sue Smash over this shows that we win, shows that we already got the dub. We've only been here on the internet talking shit because, frankly, we love video games and have been doing what we can in our own roundabout way to save nerd culture, save video game culture from what we perceive as an existential threat against an entertainment medium, which really could be an existential threat against culture at large, with politics being downstream from culture. And this individual was such a loser, so butthurt that they couldn't take it, and has resorted to legal action because they couldn't actually play ball, because they couldn't hang with the boys. I don't know. To me, this is an absolute W. But those are just my opinions. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Or let me know on X where you can find me at Bolt the Word. And please do subscribe. I'm a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day. Not always about, what's going on in the gamergate sphere or smashjt, but anime, movies, music, Magic the Gathering, you name it. Check me out on Instagram at wordsofparadise_Leon and become a member for $4.99 a month. You can join the Discord. Choose the articles I go over on a day-to-day basis. Choose the videos I react to on my Friday night live streams. And of course, get involved with over 80 other vital idols. We are a bright, beautiful, glowing, vibrant community that I cannot wait to grow even further because we do care about diversity. Only one kind of diversity of thought. If that's interesting to you, join the Discord, hit subscribe, and until next time, it is all here in the nerdosphere. This has been Words of Paradise.